Okay, imagine this for a second. What if you had to set up a delivery system on Mars? How would an advanced civilization handle getting critical supplies across, the red planet?
Hmm, that's a fun thought experiment.
Right. Like, would they have instant tracking? Could they predict dust storms and reroute everything perfectly before it hits?
Well, it's interesting you ask that because while obviously we're not delivering to Mars just yet,
Uh-huh. Not quite.
not quite, but that exact kind of sci-fi mindset is actually the core inspiration for a company called SMA Worldwide.
Really? So they take that hypothetical Martian logistics challenge.
And they use it to shape how they tackle real-world logistics right here on Earth. It's pretty fascinating.
Okay, so that's our deep dive today then. We're going to unpack how SMA uses this, let's call it Martian-level efficiency idea,
Right.
and turns it into actual tangible solutions. We'll dig into the source material you provided, see what the key takeaways are, and understand how this, maybe slightly out there approach, leads to, well, faster, smarter deliveries for everyone.
Exactly. And what's really fundamental here, what the source material emphasizes, is that SMA Worldwide doesn't just tweak existing systems.
Okay.
They start by envisioning something much bigger, a logistics network so advanced it could handle the unique challenges of another planet. Think instant tracking, flawless delivery, maybe even demand forecasting tied to solar cycles.
So it's not just a kitschy slogan. It's baked into their design philosophy.
That's the idea. They use this grand vision, almost like a blueprint for their operations here on Earth. Obviously, no Martian drones yet.
Shame.
Huh, yeah. But that drive for alien-level precision, that apparently informs every single pallet, every parcel they handle. It's their North Star, so to speak.
A North Star inspired by the red planet.
Okay.
So how does that translate? Let's take one of those alien concepts like instant intergalactic tracking. How does that look on Earth?
Well, we don't have telepathy for packages,
Oh,
obviously.
not yet anyway.
Not yet. But SMA offers what they position as the next best thing. Really comprehensive, real-time visibility. We're talking parcel and pallet tracking, UK and worldwide.
So more than just a dot on a map, what makes it near telepathic, as the source sort of hints?
It seems to be about the integration. Their digital tools aren't just showing where something is, but providing predictive insights. When it's likely to arrive, instant flags if something's off schedule.
Right.
It's about giving the customer this continuous flow of information, reducing that uncertainty, like a mission control for your shipment almost.
Right, mission control. I like that. Okay, building on that. Visibility is one thing, but what about reliability? The source mentions zero failure delivery systems. Martians don't do delays, apparently.
Haha, right. And neither does SMA, or so they claim.
But how? I mean, zero failure that's a massive claim in logistics. Stuff happens, weather, traffic, customs.
It is ambitious, but the source suggests their approach is heavily focused on contingency planning, proactive planning. They call it redundancy, resilience, results.
So not just reacting when a truck breaks down.
Exactly. It's more like they try to anticipate potential failures before the journey even starts. They game out the what-ifs. What if there's a specific holdup at this port? What if this type of vehicle has an issue on that route?
Okay. So they build in backup plans, maybe multiple backup plans, right from the outset.
Precisely. It's about designing resilience into the system, layering those contingencies, trying to engineer out failure points across the board, from a local same-day courier to a complex international freight.
Makes sense. Okay, another sci-fi element mentioned is predictive demand. This sounds like AI territory. We hear AI everywhere, but what's SMA actually doing with AI?
Yeah, the source mentions they're actively investing in AI-powered logistics. It's not just hype, apparently.
But what does that mean in practice?
Yeah.
Forecasting demand. How?
It involves using machine learning models, according to the material. These models analyze huge data sets, historical shipping patterns, seasonal trends, global supply chain whispers, even real-time traffic and weather.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of data points.
It is. And by finding subtle patterns and correlations in all that data, the system can supposedly predict when demand might surge, or, crucially, where logistical bottlenecks might pop up.
Days or weeks ahead.
That seems to be the goal, which allows them or their clients to do things like adjust inventory, pre-position stock, or figure out alternative routes before there's even a problem, like spotting that Martian meteor shower well in advance.
Keeping customers one step ahead. Okay, I see the connection. Now, the ultimate sci-fi delivery method is, of course, teleportation.
If only.
Right. SMA admits that's slightly out of reach, but they aim for seamless delivery.
Mhm.
How do they create that feeling of effortless flow without beaming packages across continents?
It comes down to streamlining operations and smart planning, removing friction points,
Friction points.
like paperwork, delays, communication black holes. The source highlights their focus on the entire journey, from the first mile to the last. This means smooth digital booking, intelligent route optimization, maybe dedicated account managers who sort of orchestrate everything behind the scenes.
So it's about making the whole process feel integrated and, well, easy, whether it's a super urgent same-day thing or a big international shipment.
That's the objective, making it seamless even if it's not instantaneous teleportation.
Got it. So pulling this together, it really sounds like this blend of, far-out imagination and very practical execution is their core offering.
I think that's what the source material points to, yes. Clients choose them because they get this sense of reliable innovation.
And they offer a wide range, right?
Yeah.
Urgent couriers, pallets, warehousing.
Yeah, the full spectrum, from needing something across town now to managing national or international pallet movements or even handling warehousing and fulfillment. They position themselves as a full logistics partner.
All delivered with that promise of speed, security, and out-of-this-world service.
That's the branding, yeah. Striving for that high standard inspired by the initial concept.
And this applies globally, too. The source mentioned delivering to over 220 countries. That's huge. What does their pro-level shipping look like internationally?
It seems to me a fully managed service, end-to-end. They handle the complexities, you get the live tracking, you get proactive updates, they tell you if there's an issue, often before you even notice.
Okay.
Plus, personalized account management, and they leverage their experience dealing with customs, regulations, all that potentially tricky stuff across different industries.
So it goes back to that idea. Martians don't panic over customs delays.
Neither do SMA. It's about making the whole complex process feel smoother, faster, and more intelligent, taking the panic out of it.
Which, connecting this back for you, the listener, it's actually a really interesting model for tackling big problems, isn't it?
It really is. SMA's story shows how sometimes looking at a problem from a completely different, almost fantastical angle, like how would we do this on Mars, can unlock genuinely practical, effective solutions for today's challenges. Things like unreliable deliveries or clunky old systems.
Absolutely. And that leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. What other industries, maybe ones that seem complex or even a bit mundane, could benefit from adopting this kind of think beyond the limits or sci-fi mindset?
Yeah.
What could happen if more sectors started asking that question? How would they solve this with Martian-level thinking? What might that look like?